Welcome back to Bloom. There's something about an animal that melts away our stress. They seem to pick up on our emotions and our moods and give us just what we need in that moment. So much so that many therapists are using them during healing sessions. And here to share how, we welcome licensed mental health counselor and founder of the Therapy Room Mind, Health and Wellness, Katie Bergman, and her beautiful, handsome, kind therapy dog, Murphy. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for bringing Murphy. I told you before we got started, I would have an animal on set every single day. There's just something about them that grounds you and brings you back to what's important.
Absolutely. Yeah, he works with clients every single day and just helps people to feel a little bit more relaxed when they come into session.
Why do you think it is that animals and pets make us feel less stressed when things are going on?
So animals or pets, they actually help to reduce the levels of cortisol, which is a stress hormone that our body produces, and increase the levels of oxytocin, which is the hormone that's connected to bonding and connection. And so by petting a dog or having, any pet around, it can help to emotionally regulate somebody and help to bring them back to their baseline.
And does it just have to be having like a dog in your presence? Like Murphy's over there and he's still making me calm. Or is it the entire act of petting and hugging and doing all the things, touching their fur?
I think it can be either. Everyone's different, but, specifically petting a furry animal, a calm furry animal can be really, really helpful. And I think that's the part that, is truly that bonding connection that you have with an animal and just being able to feel the texture of their fur and to have that calming effect.
And that you're using Murphy as a tool in your healing sessions and therapy. Do you think that having him there or other therapists that use animals, I've seen all kinds of animals use anything, just having there, even a comfort cat, helps open people up?
Absolutely. Right off the bat, somebody coming into therapy that maybe hasn't been there before, it's going to be a talking point and facilitate that open discussion. So, that might initially be how old is he, what kind of breed is he, but it later leads to developing rapport with a client, which can lead to those more vulnerable topics and help somebody feel a little bit more comfortable.
I can see that. I wasn't actually thinking about that part of it, just even the initial walking in and having those conversations. I was thinking more of having them there and as like instead of a pillow to grab onto, grab the animal. What about in relationships? I know, a lot of people start with the puppy. They're on their way to having kids, but they get that puppy or that cat as their baby. Do you think that can help heal or maybe soothe couples when something's going on?
It depends, right? So a lot of the times, training a young animal can be really, really difficult. So that can create stressful moments. However, once that pet is trained, it can create moments of connection. So, taking an animal for a walk or, sitting there and petting them together, or even, just, being able to laugh about something silly that they've done.
Like him right now.
Right. Yes, absolutely. He's such a goof.
So I'm sitting here laughing at you, but he's making himself at home, and I love it. But it's moments like those that break the tension or something going on.
Absolutely. It absolutely does.
And after a disagreement, what do you think? Is it, I've seen it, so, listen, I may have been that person that storms off and was like, I'm taking him with me. And then I don't know if that's good for the relationship or if it's more damaging.
Well, after a disagreement, our nervous systems are in fight or flight mode for a little while. So taking some time and spending a quiet moment with a pet, taking them for a walk or whatever the case may be, can help you to re-regulate your nervous system and return to that conflict or that disagreement a little bit more emotionally regulated.
And what do you think that animals teach us about healthy relationships, not only romantically, but family and in general?
So animals really teach us that it doesn't always require words. Animals offer presence, and sometimes the greatest gift that we can give our loved ones is just the presence and being next to them.
and a good toe licking, right?
Brian Murphy. So, just, not trying to fix anything or offer advice, but just being next to somebody in those moments.
I mean, Murphy was doing that right there.
Absolutely.
I'm totally cool with it. Hey, Murphy, come back. But do you think it always has to be? I know there's so many maybe conversations regarding therapy dogs, and we know they have the right training and everything that goes into that. Comfort dogs, all the different differences on what people have. Or is it just any pet, just having any animal in your presence?
It really can depend. Obviously, and Murphy has been through a month-long board and train program, and keeping up with his training is a part of him coming with me to work every day. But if you have an animal that you're bonded to, if you have a dog or a cat or
a peacock,
whatever it is, if you're bonded to that animal, it can create that sense of comfort.
Definitely good for the soul. Katie, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing Murphy with us, even for this brief moment. Definitely makes everybody here happy. If everybody could see all the smiles on the other side of the cameras. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having us.
And you can find all of these tips and information on bloomtampabay.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.